So we're really close to the end now, so all the marathon people know. Next is one of my best friends, who's also a fantastic poet, and you know, if you've lasted this long, you're in for a treat. Please welcome James Honzik.
Very good. And I brought junk. I brought my portfolio portraits, if anyone's interested. Here. And I printed out my old chapbooks, Edge, a collection of poetry, The God of New York, my best short story, Clay, a children's story, and The Time Factor, which doesn't have a cover. Anyway, like $2 or $3 a piece. What I'm going to be reading from is I've been working on a screenplay. That's my sole artistic project. I have a 43-page screenplay here. It's the biggest thing I've ever written. It's a mess, but a beautiful mess, I think. So I'm gonna read from it. Title sequence rolls. The Transfiguration of Gaia into corporeal form. Voiceover. You're not supposed to have voiceovers in movies, but I got one. So gotta live with it. This is about the two central natures of mankind. One, our biological heritage. We have evolved over billions of years with a beautiful, rare, and precious ecosphere. We are related to all life on the planet. We are beautiful animals. Our other nature is that of our cultural world. Look around you. What you see is arisen from the mind of man. The mega cities, the great art, music, machines, a population of billions, wars, architecture, books, the seething artificial world we have created and inhabit. A thing of great beauty and great tragedy. We have given names to the stars and are looking into the quantum flux that is the basis of reality. But the tragedy is this. What we have created with our hands and minds, our industrial infrastructure, our 7 billion population, our waste and vicious consumption, is destroying the biological basis of life. This time, this era, this is the age of man, the age of the Anthropocene extinction. This is now. It is time to awaken. Exterior, old-growth forest, mountain creek, dusk, establishing. Time passes through a mountain glen like eternity. Gaia transfers into corporeal form, awakens as a pagan goddess, then enters a tumultuous city. Music, Edaraku, Japanese chord music. Close-up of drops of water and moss. Pan across lichen-covered twisted trees. Wide shut of forest, old growth, light slant through great trees. Moss, stillness, and light eternal. Time-lapse zoom to tree through the green chasm waterfall. Ancient moss. A close-up of texture and bark. Sound of an owl. Muted mouth melts out of a tree. A bird flies. The eyes melt out of a tree. The wind blows the leaves. The hand melts out of the tree. A figure falls, moves, mutates out of tree. Half bark and lichen, clearly a woman, comes out with a moan and sigh of wind and water, face down on her knees, and hands and knees, covered with bark, moss, lichen, struggling for breath, gasping like a childbirth, sensuous, struggling, writhing, her body and face painted with bark. She stands like a goddess, she breathes, her lips open, the camera moves into her eyes, into her mouth. All life is one. She collapses and the wind blows and covers her with leaves, And I have a note here. I have a lot of notes in this. Shinto has no sacred texts or moral principles. Its origins lie in nature worship, and its deities are rocks, trees, winds, and sun. Dawn, Gaia, kneeling by a pond. She's wearing a dress of leaves. And as if Gaia had been dressed by the wind, a spiraling wind arose, swirled around her, and covered her with leaves and moss and fireflies and spider webs. She touches the water and kisses and drinks it. A shot through the water of her lips and face as she drinks and kisses the water. Gaia reflected in the water, a luminous shot with green forest. She recognizes that the reflection is her being, touches her reflection, stands and dances, touches her form. A bubble floats by in the stream. Gaia plays with and drifts away. Shots of her going from the rocks and rocks of the glen. Gaia moves to the moss and rocks as the flow of the river. This one. This is my location. I've got a great fucking location. Anyway, back to the Glen. Long shot of country road heading into the city. Gaia is walking away from the camera through a desolate, clear-cut landscape. Time lapse of electrical pylons. Gaia looks up at the sky. Truck passing down the road. Sound of a truck. Gaia being startled. Time lapse of concrete highway structure. Sky. Gaia touches a plant coming out of the cracks. She's at a freeway on a concrete island, trapped with the lights of cars moving swiftly, beset by traffic, horns honking, lights of cars and streetlights, reflection in the white, wet streets, and she is almost still. Time lapse of motion at intersection. Gaia stands overlooking the city in her dress of leaves and moss, wide shot of the city. The city is an abstraction from the very first shot. Skyscrapers and light and surging crowds and neon and wires, staircases and streets, walls of glass, curved metal, reflections, medium shot. Gaia standing, her arms arched behind her, close-up of her face, head slant back, with shadows changing across it as symbolic of time passing. She looks up, voice over. Gaia came softly into that last city of man, and it was strange. Everyone knew who she was.